Alright, y'all, so this is Cooper. He and his brother are with me because supposedly... Cooper, sit! I guess these guys were really on the leash, and I saw how they were with their owners. They had just a buckle collar, just a flat buckle collar, and so I thought I was going to have to use the prong, but it seems it's just the martingale. You can see that's the martingale just makes it get tighter when he pulls, and that's what I'm using right now because I didn't know sometimes they get into like a little freak out because they try to fight the prong. So many distractions, and he's not really pulling, and I mean if I give it a tug, good boy. Let me get those boogies out. Come on. So Mom and Dad, I'm gonna upload this, and I will send it to you, or I'll probably just send it to you and see what else you guys want me to work on, and I'll come back out here with Cooper. But as you can see, I'm just using the regular collar, and he's doing great. Cooper, come. But I mean, it could just be me. So you guys might need to utilize a prong. And I can show you how a prong is utilized with my own dog because I don't want to freak him out. Well, let me see. So with this one, basically it should always be this flat. And it is snug around the neck. Sit. Good. And it is snug around the neck. I'll show you. It's right here. You see, I can still put a finger in there though, without any pressure at all. And it's not the most comfortable, but I mean, if it, I would say a little discomfort for, a little discomfort in the beginning will make a change, because usually what people do is they will start off on the prong and then they'll move over to the martingale. But to see that he's doing so good with just the martingale, it says a lot. So let me show you the prong. The prong, see, just any tension, he feels it automatically and his head will come with it. So, put that back. And we'll see. So I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, so I'm probably going to switch over to the prong because I don't like walking like this. I prefer walking like this. And here goes the fighting. So we're going to start the prong dance, which is this exactly. No. There we go. Good boy. Yes, good job. All right, come on. So the reason they fight it is because it resembles the mom correcting them. And obviously it's weird because they've never felt that before. And so as you can see, his anxiety is a little up. So the prong dance is just pulling it. There we go. This is what I like. I like walks in a heel. You can see any type of pulling on this collar. Any type of pulling on this collar, and he will follow it because they feel any direction of it, which is why they're preferred by so much dog handlers, because especially for mobility. So they use these huge, like 100+ pound dogs. Cooper, sit. Cooper, sit. Sit. Good. You can see it didn't even get a chance to really close. So they use these big honeycrisp down dogs, and obviously they're disabled. So any little twist or turn, and I mean, like, dogs aren't robots, so of course they shouldn't, but they're not robots, so they could have an off day. And those days shouldn't be often, but I mean, for those days, they use these just in case, because any little twist or accidental turn and they could dislocate something or hurt their handler. So I got a car coming by. He's doing great. And I mean, we have these dogs, which I absolutely hate. And he's doing great. Good boy. So mom and dad, we can send you home with his prong collar. But I don't feel like he needs it. Maybe with y'all, because he seems to get a little bit uncomfortable after a while. But we'll be using the prong throughout. I'll actually probably do this double leash thing so that we can get him used to just the martingale, and hopefully I don't have to send you guys home with the prong. But he is a big boy, and a lot of times sit. And a lot of times they don't realize just how big they are. Good boy, Coop. Do you know anything else? Huh? Do you know shake? You know shake? You shake?
No, say no, I don't need to know that stuff. I'm just so handsome. I just look at people and they pets me.
So another thing would be to just make sure he's still okay with this prong, because you want them to know the prong means they get to go out and they get to have fun. Now, I can add an extra link to this prong collar, which I did earlier, but I'm just worried because if it's ill-fitted, mom and dad, I can add the extra link on there, but it could hurt him more in the long run, because he won't sense it as well, and he can pull and hurt himself. But I feel like for just the ease of putting it on, because I had to actually tie up his ears, the ease of putting it on. I know, good boy, good eye contact. Look at those boogies. Oh my goodness, the ease of putting it on. I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide, but it's gonna take you guys a while to get used to this too. It's not just Mr. Cooper here. Can you get the boogies out? I got one out. I got one. Ew, don't eat your booger. Let me see. There we go. I got it out. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know where that is, but I don't mind it on me. So let's see the next video. I will take off the prong and see how he does with just the martingale. Alright, parents, I'll talk to y'all as soon as we get past these dogs here. So let me show y'all how I usually hold them like this. I like to say that walks. So I like to say walks are for exercise, potting is for potting. So I try not to get the two mixed up, because that's how you end up with pulling and all that. So I took off the prong here. I was worried he's gonna go right back to what he was doing, but he's not. He's being great, being a little angel. I guess we'll try Coop now. I mean Henry, right, Cooper? Cooper, sit. Good boy. And checks are obviously if you just give it a little tug, and it makes it close here. I know. So yeah, let's go try your brother. We gonna go try your brother. Yeah. All right. So here we got Henry, and he did the same exact thing. I just literally put on the prong, and he's a little angel with the martingale. But I know you guys said that he is, I guess, mainly your problem child. But I guess he snaps, and from what I've noticed is I think it's fear, because most dogs that are quote unquote aggressive, it's usually they will fight the prong, kind of like Cooper did. So this to me seems fear, because as soon as I put it on and I walked him and I started doing the prong dance, he more whined than anything. He didn't fight it. at all. He just kind of froze and didn't know what to do with himself. So, with him, I think you guys can utilize it. So anytime he, seems to want to react or something, just have the prong and give it a check, which is basically a little tug. And things like, Henry, sit, good boy, look at you, so handsome. And right now he's not the happiest, obviously, because I actually have control of him. Just like Cooper. Cooper was just a little bit seemed a little bit more okay with it in the change. And I feel like, because I know you guys found him, I believe, later, correct? Was Cooper a little bit better behaved when you had one of them alone, or was Henry first, or how did you guys do that? Because from what I'm reading, and I could be totally wrong, I guess you had Cooper first, and he was the only child, and then you found Henry, and so he was just, I guess, picking up the bad stuff from this crazy boy here. You crazy, Henry? So yeah, I think he just found, because living on the streets, you have to fend for yourself. So I feel like when he was with you guys, he really didn't. He was surprised that he could run the house, and so he did it. But in the house, other than Cooper, and I'm not sure if they're allowed on your furniture, but I don't allow them on mine, so I just keep telling them off. But other than that, they're complete angels with my other dogs, and they haven't snapped at each other. They've been great. So let me know, other than the pulling, because like I told you guys, the pulling can be fixed with the prong. It's really simple. You could even do this 2-leash method. That way you can keep here you can use the martingale, and it tightens when you give it a pull. And then if he ever gets too much, you can always second up with the prong. I know, feels weird. Come here. Where are you going? Come here. And he doesn't even want to look at me. He's so upset at me. Come on. I know, I'm the worst person ever. So I can take out the prong and show you guys how he does with the martingale by itself. Alright, so we're back with just martingale. Come on. So his tail's probably going to start going up again. There it is. He's going to get his confidence back. Oh yeah, there you go. And see, so now we have, but I don't like the walking ahead. I just want to get, it's hard for me to walk and have you guys look at him. So you see that tail's back out. The tongue's out, the mouth is open, he's got a smile. So basically, when they're puppies and you teach them to not pull on the leash, it's constantly, pulling around like this. And if he gets distracted, you want to pull it. And that's the wonderful thing about these martingales, is they tighten up. So I use them and I put them on all the dogs so they can't slip back out of the collar. So you guys might have just needed a martingale, but they are doing great. I really don't have any complaints or anything. So tell me what else you guys need to work on other than the pulling. But I'll keep utilizing the prong collars, because I'm pretty sure they'll start acting the way they were acting with the martingales. So I'll teach you guys how to use the prong more when they start getting more comfortable on their walks. But the thing is, you never ever want to let them out of the heel unless you tell them potty, and they will go potty, and then you go straight back into the walk, because then it confuses them and they think they can smell everything, and that's not how it works, So yeah, I will send this to you guys and let me know what y'all think.